Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that the sun will rise tomorrow and that we have the opportunity to celebrate the new beginning that each day brings. It's never too late to begin again. Although it may feel like the flame has been extinguished, the embers still exist. Allow hope for a brighter day to be a motivating force in your darkest moments. There are times when each of us can feel hopeless. No matter how hard you try, but it just takes you over and you can't fight it back. You don't know what to do to overcome it. You constantly dwell on things that make you unhappy. As you dig further into the pit that holds your darkest moments, you are less likely to feel better. No matter where you go or what you do, you just stay unhappy. You suffer, you get tired, you become helpless, you lose control of your life. This is when you need to realize that this phase of life will ultimately end and the better days will come. So snap out of it. It's time to get up and start walking again. It's time to seek for ways to get through the troublesome situation. Change your perspective and be optimistic that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Here, the darkest night represents an awful experience that an individual is undergoing. The sun will rise indicates that the hardship the individual is facing will soon go away and a better day will come. This hopeful quote encourages us to rise up when we are facing a dark moment of our lives. Misfortunes, sorrows, and sadness exist in order for us to appreciate when we are at peace. We understand how beautiful life really is in the absence of these things. The experiences we go through sometimes have a permanent impact on our lives, but oftentimes are temporary. When we undergo these challenges, we tend to have a negative, doubtful, hopeless attitude or feeling. However, we need to realize that feelings and emotions are temporary. The way we feel about a particular issue today may not be what we feel the day after. Unpleasant feelings and emotions go away with time as long as you allow it. Be hopeful that tomorrow will be a better day and should not dwell on the hardships we are currently experiencing. It is a good reminder to all of us that the storm will pass and it will be over in no time, but first we have to allow ourselves to rise from it and fight off the negative energy and accept the positive ones in our life. All in all, just know that the reality of the challenge usually isn't as bad as we perceive it to be when we are involved in it. So, it is important to step away from it and try to look at the issue from an outside perspective. Oftentimes, the answer we work relentless searching for is right in front of us. For example, we all know how coronavirus is infectious, but panic is no less contagious. It may lead to paranoia of pandemic scale. Let the faith rule over fear. It is the faith that will make it easier for us to sail through the crisis. The situation is grim right now. The scenario is depressing. But no matter how difficult the situation is, this too will pass. Humanity will survive. Together we will fight it out and defeat COVID-19. After all, it is not the first time that the world has faced epidemics and come out of the crisis. The positive news is China, the epicenter of the outbreak, has been able to control it and is heading towards normalcy. Scientists all over the world are working hard to develop vaccination and medicine for the disease. The fact that in 80% of the cases symptoms are mild to moderate, requiring no hospitalization, gives a lot of hope. Let us not be bogged down by the numbers of infected persons, but also consider thousands who have recovered. It is time to remember, if winter comes, spring cannot be far away. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Let us keep in mind, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again with another video.